This is probably the most fan-friendly fight on the card. And, you know, for me personally, I've been waiting for Francis Ngannou to fight for a long time. Or, well, for a while. Was it the last fight, Junior Dos Santos? I can't remember. But, you know, Francis Ngannou versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik is a great fight. That's got excitement written all over it. And, I don't have to tell you much more than that. I mean, both guys have knockout power. Even though it's heavyweight, there's we when these guys came in, or sometimes you have a heavyweight in in like boxing or MMA, to where when you hear that they have knockout power, it's different than other heavyweights. Cause yeah, in the heavyweight division, because of the fact that heads don't get much bigger generally on people, um, with added weight in your kinetic chain, once that fist touches that chin, hits that temple, gets behind the ear, whatever, you know, it's lights out. It's so things that are rare at heavyweight. One thing that is generally rare at heavyweight is a heavyweight with a chin or good cardio. But every now and then there comes a fighter that puts that puts a new meaning on knockout power at heavyweight. I remember years ago the scariest guy was Shane Carwin. Everybody talked about his hands being bigger than Brock's and all that. That dude had power. He put a new perspective on a heavyweight with power. But Francis Ngannou blows everybody out of the water. You know, it's one thing to knock a guy out. It's another thing to knock a guy off of his feet. It's like I haven't in MMA. I've never seen that. In Francis Ngannou, he's pretty much. Everybody can name two fights that Francis Ngannou has done that. And I mean, it's like he don't have fists at the end of his arms. He's got sledgehammers. And Jairzinho Rozenstruik, uh, you know, he could potentially uh, be up there. He's knocking dudes out with jabs. When he and that fadeaway left hook of his is so sneaky. It's so sneaky and it's so deceptive. Like his power is deceptive, but and the reason why it looks like most of his power has a lot to do with his precision and his timing. Whereas Ngannou, he can tap you on, he can barely graze you on the head and put you out. Curtis Blade, just ask Curtis Blades. Um, Nobody sees a fight going the distance. I don't see the fight going the distance. I don't see the fight making it out of the first round, to be honest with you. Unless Ngannou, has a similar performance to the Derek Lewis fight. I don't think that's going to happen either. So expect nuclear warfare on that fight. Uh, anyway, that's my video on that fight. I got more to come. If you like my content, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all around.